Hi guys, I have a very interesting situation that I want to share with you and look at it from the libido empowerment perspective. So I have several YouTube channels, and that's one of my main strategies right now for libido empowerment. And the channels stopped growing a lot the last like 2 days. Maybe it's because of also that people are more busy with family and stuff. But for example, the German channel is, for the first time, it reached, like, in a month it reached 400 subscribers in a month and a half. And now yeah, a little bit less than a month and a half. And now it's going to be the first time that from one day to the next I actually lose subscribers instead of gain. And my other channels, including for example this English channel, hasn't really grown the last days, and the last 2 or 3 days, and some of it is a little bit flat, you could say. Some of the growth, it's still there, but it's a little bit flat. And I want to share with you what to do in this type of situation. So you have a couple of options. The first is, of course, you ask yourself, what would give me the highest libido empowerment at this time? So the highest probability for joy and the highest probability for sexuality. So if you, for example, post a new video, okay, and that's posting a new video will always give you more possibly more. A friend of mine is calling me right now. It's just bad timing. Yeah, I have to tell him later. That's confusing me right now. So yeah, he stopped calling. Okay, so basically you choose what would give you the most probability for sexuality or most probability for joy right now. So you kind of weigh your options, and you think about, one thing that I came up with is, okay, if the German channel right now is not growing, even though I put a video there, but I have like 12 other channels, then I'll pick the channel that seems to give me the most return on investment right now. But for whatever reason, maybe it's the universe playing its game. Who knows? It doesn't matter. So it's not always you. That's something that I learned in life. It's not always you. It's sometimes it's just the one. It's not supposed to be in that moment. So okay, so for example, I saw that the Thai ASMR channel got a couple of new followers, and the Japanese one got 2 more followers, so I can focus on those. And then also it gives me room to think about something else, which was like, maybe I should diversify. And I've been starting the last 2 or 3 days to diversify a little bit. So I started a website for kind of a special kind of relationships, also in Central and South America, mostly Spanish, includes also Spain. Then I launched a classifieds website for Latin American market. I'm thinking about launching a dating website for France because I love French women. So I'm starting to put these things together, so it's not just one platform, one singular thing. And the thing is that it will need, this is my motivational point here, it will need time. You cannot expect everything to run immediately just because you do a libido empowerment. But it will give you certainly either the joy or the energy or the sexuality to keep on going. And that's the great thing about libido empowerment. There's an unlimited source of power for going this way. And so you're going to run into points where it's just not working, it's not growing. But the great thing about libido empowerment concept is it's not singularly focused on one particular way to do it. It's more concerned about what is it that right now in this moment in time would be the very best option from all the options that you have, from all the skills that you have, from all the skills you could learn. and everything. And for me, I realized that probably the highest return on investment would be if I put down a couple of days just launching all kinds of blogs and websites that that serve this purpose. And you kind of have to weigh sometimes which is more which if it tends more towards joy or probability of sexuality, and you kind of have to weigh which way it's gonna go, and because you're not gonna always have both. Sometimes you're not gonna enjoy it that much, but it's gonna increase your probabilities of sexuality very much, and you kind of have to balance that. But joy is should definitely, a lot of times, should be a big part of that. And so I wanted to talk about this because I just hit that roadblock, in the sense that up until now, for example, my German channel and my French channel were growing very quickly in comparison to what I was used to from my previous channel. So there was good growth, and suddenly it's come to a halt, which doesn't mean it's going to be a halt forever, and it definitely doesn't mean to give up, and it definitely doesn't mean to don't do any videos anymore. It just means that maybe you need to shift a little bit for a few days, or for a little bit, and run a couple of things parallel. That you have to ask your libido empowerment, like, what do you feel would you need to do in order for it to be taken to the next level. Because what you definitely don't want to do is push constantly in the same direction when it's not working. So if I were to constantly now post on the German channel, that would actually backfire, because that will like, if let's say you do that for a couple of days, it would and there's no growth, or actually negative growth, it would completely fuck up your energy field, and you would be really, instead of being joyful, you would be sad. So it's not really libido empowerment. Libido empowerment is doing the things that give you a clear return on investment in terms of joy, or probability of joy, or probability of sexuality. And because otherwise you're starting to close your sacral chakra, and it's something that you definitely don't want to do. So that's my advice as to what happens when libido empowerment seems to hit a block. It doesn't really hit a block, but it seems to, like, okay, this way doesn't seem to give me any return right now, so what should I do? So that's the answer. Run several things parallel and re-ask yourself, like, what's right now, if that doesn't work right now, maybe it will work in the future, but if that doesn't work right now, what is my other option that would give me the most libido empowerment?